We've been offered the opportunity to speak with Donald Trump. He's joining us live on the phone right now. He's down in Palm Beach County. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Let's start with this. You have a massive loyal following from conservatives right now. Everybody knows that. But one of the biggest concerns for a lot of people is if you are truly a conservative. I know you said last night on Hannity you hate labels like this, but are you conservative enough for your followers?
Well, I think I'm very conservative. I'm also common sense. I'm very conservative on trade and the military and the veterans, taking care of them, and on health care and on finances. And, you know, I want to be very smart, though, on trade because, you know, I'm a free trader. Very much, which is a conservative thing, but the world is just ripping off the United States. They're taking such advantage of us. It's so terrible to see what's happening. And, you know, when you see Ford and when you see all these companies, Carrier air conditioner, moving out of the United States and, you know, then selling their product that they make in other countries without tax, without anything, right into the United States. We lose all those jobs, and it's just terrible. So, you know, I think I'm a very conservative person, actually, but I'm also common sense.
I know it's a deep question. So what would you change in order to level the playing field among these countries then?
Well, it is, and frankly, a lot of people aren't thrilled about, you know, other countries. I can tell you right now they're not thrilled because they're ripping off the United States, big league. They're taking advantage of us like, you know, like we've never been taken advantage of, frankly. And you look at what China's doing, what Japan's doing, what India and Vietnam and Mexico, both at the border and with trade, they're killing our country. They're taking our jobs. We can't let it happen.
Obviously, Florida is a big win state next Tuesday. Marco Rubio, a couple of weeks ago, wasn't doing so great in the polls here, but that's starting to shrink now. We're starting to see his numbers come up, and I think the latest poll showed about an 8-point difference. What are your thoughts about winning this race next Tuesday in the state of Florida?
Well, I love the state. It's a great state. I own, you know, many properties in Florida. I've invested billions of dollars. I've got tremendous, you know, Doral this weekend where Adam Scott won the tournament is one of them, and I think I'll do very well. I've been doing very well in Florida. I have thousands of employees. You know, Marco Rubio is a guy doesn't even vote. He doesn't show up to the Senate to vote. He's not going to be a senator for long. He's done very, very poorly in the presidential run. He's won very little, practically nothing. And, you know, he has not done well. Most people think he's going to drop out of the race, but we'll see what happens.
How important is it for you to get the support of Governor Rick Scott here?
Well, he's a friend of mine, and I think he's probably not going to be endorsing, but we'll see what happens. But he's a friend of mine, and, you know, I think he would certainly not be unhappy if I got it, but I don't know that he's endorsing. I'm not seeking his endorsement. I want to leave the people to themselves. I've never found endorsements to be very important, to be honest with you.
You know, Mr. Trump, I think with some of the other politicians who are in the race, people have an idea of what their administration would look like if they were in the White House. But there are questions and concerns about what your administration would look like if you're able to deal with foreign leaders in the way that you've dealt with the candidates. What are your thoughts? What would a Trump administration look like if you were elected?
Well, we'd have the best people. We would have the best people on trade. You know, I've been endorsed by the biggest business leaders in the country, like Carl Icahn, and these would be people that would be involved with trade. And, you know, right now we don't have that. Right now we have political hacks that do our deals with China and Japan. It's so crazy. And, you know, they have no business ability. And that's why we're losing, as an example, with China, we have a trade deficit of $500 billion a year. And we're not going to have that anymore. But it's going to be we're going to have a fair, it's got to be fair. You know, I'm a free trader, but it's got to be fair. It's got to be smart trade, too. So we're bringing jobs back to the United States. You know, our jobs have been taken. We've lost millions of jobs to all of these countries that have just ripped us off. So we're going to have great people. We're going to have great military people. I know just about a lot of the people that I'll be putting in, and they are the top of the line.
Sir, there is an ad out right now, and it features a lot of bleeping. You at podiums, and there's a lot of bleeping to cover up curse words that have been said in certain stump speeches. You have said it multiple times that your tone would change if you were elected to the White House. I think your wife has said that, too, that his tone will change if he's elected. How would it change? What does that mean to you when you say your tone will change?
Well, that's true. And, you know, I have rallies with thousands and thousands of people. And you're not talking about very bad words, in all fairness, you know, but I have rallies with, you know, as an example, I was in Orlando the other day. You saw the kind of rally I had. I mean, it was incredible. People have never seen rallies like this. And we have a lot of fun. No, if I'm president, it totally changes. And even before being president. But right now I'm competing against 4 people. I was competing against 16 people. And, insults are coming left and right, and I have to respond to insults. Rubio, I call him Little Marco, was, insulting me very badly, and I had to respond, which is what we have to do as a country, because the world is insulting us the way they take our jobs and everything else. The world has no respect for us. So, no, but definitely it would be a very much different thing very soon. In fact, very soon down the line.
Mr. Trump, one more before we let you go today. I know people all over the spectrum have tried to explain your rise in the political spectrum in a year like this. A number of different theories, but I'm curious what you think. Why do you think you're doing so well with people who have kind of been disaffected by the whole political system? What's the secret? What's going on here?
There's anger at the stupidity with which our country is run. The Iran deal where we give them $150 billion. There's great anger in the country. And, it's not anger that's long-term. It's anger that can be quelled very quickly. But they see the stupidity of the deals that are made, the trade deals, that China is just, taking advantage of us, and so many other countries have taken advantage of us. And they are angry. And they're not angry people. They're not angry people. These are not people that are angry, but they're angry now. And I think they sort of see what I'm saying, and they understand I've been right. And I've been saying it for a long time.
All right, Mr. Trump, we certainly appreciate your time with us on the phone this morning, talking to us live from Palm Beach County, which you own a nice house down there, I hear. Maybe you'll invite us all over for a party if this happens.
Anytime that I can tell you. Thank you very much.
So we appreciate you.
All right, Donald Trump here on Good Day Orlando this morning.